Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a little journal with me. I think I do 2 pages in my journal during this video, and this is from holidaying. My husband and I went on a little holiday. We went further south than where we live. In New Zealand, in case you aren't aware, going south means getting colder. I know a lot of people like in the northern hemisphere are always like, what? That doesn't make sense because south for you guys is warmer. Here it's getting colder. It's autumn here, so it's very cold. We went down to like the Alpine Lake area, and it's just so stunningly beautiful there. It was just the best time. We really enjoyed ourselves, and I am just trying to get a little caught up in my journal here, documenting our trip. So the day I'm documenting here was our first like proper full day away on holiday, and we were actually staying in a town called Wanaka, but kind of annoyingly, our first day, the power was going out for our whole like hotel place that we were staying in. So like we couldn't really hang out in our room at all because the power was off all day and it was cold. So we took a little trip out to Queenstown, which is another really beautiful town in the area. I think it's about an hour away. So gorgeous there. Queenstown is a lot bigger of a town than Wanaka is. It's a lot more happening there, a lot more going on. So it was a fun trip to go out there. I've been to Queenstown a couple of times. It's a beautiful location for sure. So in Queenstown I picked up these postcards, and this is one that I got that I'm just tipping into my page here. I think it's so pretty, so I wanted to include that because I also had a lot to say about this day. So I knew I was going to want that extra space. So just, adding that on, tipping it in, giving me that extra bit of room there and adding the beautiful colour and image. I just love it. I also have that little tab piece that says organic that was from some rose spray that I bought. This beautiful like rose perfume spray kind of thing. It's just absolutely lovely, and that was part of the packaging. So that's the spray bottle there that I just pulled out. It's so pretty. So I pulled that tab piece of packaging out, and I was going to include that on my page as well. This little envelope pocket thing was kind of annoying because on one side it's very slippery, so it doesn't stay stuck very well. It's better now that I've added this double-sided tape, but it had been, I think, glued when I got them, but they've peeled apart over time, and probably it will peel apart again over time, who could say, but I just went in there with that double-sided tape to get it to be stuck back together a bit better so that I could actually use it. It was in my capsule, and so I kind of needed to use it up this month. Here is me pulling out all my photos and just playing around trying to see where everything was going to fit on the page. That page to the left actually folds out. You'll see that at some point, but it is a foldy outy kind of a page. I've got lots of little bits here that I am going to include, and that little pocket actually goes in. So there you go. It goes inside that fold out part in the end, I believe. And that receipt just gets tucked. A whole bunch of stuff gets all tucked into that little pocket. It actually really comes in handy because I have more than I can fit on the page, so having a little pocket there was super helpful. Here you can see I'm just going in and getting some of my photos that I cut out in strips folded so that they can become little tip-in pieces rather than just glued down. I knew I needed to try and conserve some space here because I had a lot happening, a lot of photos, a lot of ephemera, things like that, so I knew that I wanted to make sure I had maximum fold outs so that I knew that I could fit everything I wanted to onto this spread because I had a lot happening, a lot to document. So that's what I was doing there, just folding them in half, and then I will get them glued and able to be tipped in a minute. I'm just gluing down this magazine piece that I cut out earlier that says Queenstown. It has mountains on it. Sorry, it's kind of off to the side. You can't really super see what I'm doing, but yeah, just gluing down this piece. It's got the mountains and it's got the word Queenstown. I don't know, I liked it, so I wanted to include it here on the page, and then I'm just going to cut off that little excess piece once I finally get this little thing stuck down in a nice orderly fashion. Look how wonky that is. Clearly didn't do maybe a good job of cutting it straight. So now just cutting off, our extra little overhang there. Now we're going to stick in our pocket using double-sided tape here because it's got a lot in the little pocket. Got a bunch of stuff stuck in there, so I knew I wanted it to be, you know, well stuck down so it wasn't going to come up. So using double-sided tape, and I'm sticking it down over some of that blue from that Queenstown piece. I just think it looks really cute there. These are some pictures from the morning before we left that are on the front of that flat. And I'm going to put them there because they were kind of, first thing. And these were still in Wanaka. They weren't in Queenstown. They were before we left. So I'm sticking them on that front part as like this was first. And then when we open it up, that's all the rest of the majority of the day was in Queenstown. And we also went to Arrowtown, another little place down there. So cute. I hadn't been to Arrowtown before. Pretty cute little spot. Definitely if you guys are planning on a trip to New Zealand, highly recommend that lake area down there. It's just absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. Don't know if you spotted while I was talking, I spritzed a little bit of my rose spray onto the packaging for it, because then now my journal, when I open it to that page, has this most beautiful rose smell. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I did that, and then I got this little historical Queenstown pamphlet. And I really liked the little map illustration thing there, so I'm just cutting that part out. I'm going to add that as another little tip in on the back of the postcard. I just think it's very cute, little map there. So that's going to go into the journal. I'm now just going to go ahead and tip in my photos that are double-sided. You know, I glued them down earlier, like glued them back to back earlier. So now I'm going to be able to tip them in. So I'm just grabbing out some washi that I think matches. I like this blue and white. I think it really does suit the colours of a lot of the photos. I really liked this one over the top of the pocket. I don't know, I just feel like it jazzed up that plain brown pocket with the picture. I don't know, I just really liked it there. It just seemed to really work for me, and it fit perfectly in the space between the fold and the edge of the page. So I pulled out this bag, actually, I'd forgotten about this. I end up not using this piece here in my journal spread. I think it's going to go in my end of year scrapbook probably. But we went to this amazing candy store down there in Queenstown called the Remarkable Sweet Shop. Total like Willy Wonka vibes. I don't know. It wasn't exactly Willy Wonka-y, but definitely super, super cool. And it had amazing selections of like jars of sweets all over the wall, and like big cabinets with fudge and these cool I don't even know what they are, that you twist them and then a whole lot of lollies fall out of the big glass storage tank things. You can kind of see it on that photo of me there, those big tanks of candy, and then you twist them and they fall into your bag. So cool. I've not been in a candy store like that before. It was really, really fun. So I was going to use that packaging thing, but it just, the pink didn't kind of go with the colors, and there wasn't a lot of space, and it's quite large, so it'll definitely get used, but it'll probably get used, like I said, in my end of year scrapbook rather than in this journal. The little cluster of photo, sticker and picture of Dwight that I am creating down in this corner is super fun. So James and I went to Starbucks on our way out of Queenstown, and we don't really have many Starbucks here in New Zealand. There's definitely some, but we haven't really, I honestly don't think I've been to Starbucks in maybe 10 years. So we went in there, and my husband ordered, and he put down that his name was Dwight, and it just made me laugh. I think somehow he has in his head, and I probably did say it, but that when I was younger, James and I met when I was 18, and apparently back when I was 18, I had told him that I always wanted to go to Starbucks and order under a false name, and that would be really funny. I can't remember it, but it does sound like something 18-year-old Lydia would have really wanted to do, to be honest, it does. So I believe it. But anyway, we went in there, and James ordered as Dwight, and it just cracked me up, and he said, He honestly never gets hot drinks, so this was a big deal that he actually offered to come in and get a hot drink with me in a cafe. Unreal, unheard of. So definitely documenting that. And then he loved his hot chocolate. He's not a coffee or tea person. He is a only hot chocolates and only occasionally kind of guy. And they have to be really good. But he got the signature hot chocolate from there, and he loved it. And he said, let's make this like a little tradition that we try and go in and collect all the names of people from the office on our stickers from the Starbucks shops. And I just love that so much. He knows I love the office. He doesn't really super care for it. I don't think he hates it, but it's not really his thing, but I love it. He knows I love it. So I just loved that he was like, let's do this. Let's try and collect them all. And actually later on the day we came home, so that was like, you know, almost a week later, this was a Tuesday, and on the Sunday, we went to a different Starbucks and he ordered it as Michael. And I just love it so much. Oh my gosh, so fun. So we are definitely going to keep up that little tradition, and I'm going to be collecting all of the stickers from the cups to stick into my journal. I just think it's so much fun. So I wanted to share that little story with you guys. Super, super fun. I had the caramel macchiato with cream and it was really delish. I loved it. I am just sticking down a photo of the Cadrona Hotel. It's like kind of a sort of a landmark place in this area. There's not a lot around in this area, honestly. But this Cadrona Hotel is kind of like an iconic old hotel sort of place. Like I don't even know what it is. Like a hotel, kind of like a I don't know, cafe. It's got a little shop. I don't know. It's really, really cute. I really liked the energy there. I would love to go back to that place again because I did really enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know that I've been there. Maybe I have. I can't remember if I've been there or not before, but it had a really lovely little garden and it had really good coffee and it was really nice. So I'd definitely like to go back there again. It's somewhere I would like to explore a little more. This cute little pizza number is from Belinda from Visualized NZ from her Patreon. I love it. We had pizza for tea this night and it's just such a cute little pizza numbers. I think that's adorable. I haven't seen pizza numbers before, I don't think. So, I mean, I'm sure there will be other pizza numbers out there, but I hadn't seen them before and I loved Belinda's ones. They're really adorable. So go and check out her Patreon if you're interested. I think they're so cute. So I wanted to include one on my page here to document my pizza. And yeah, I think that we must be getting pretty close for this page being complete now. So I guess we'll be moving over to the next day in my journal in just a moment. Here we go. Looks like here we are. So the next day we were in Wanaka the whole day. We were not in Queenstown anymore. We were, in Wanaka where we were actually staying. This green and red kind of stripy postcard, this one is from my capsule. So I was really excited to get to use this on this day. And I stuck down that big piece of paper there that says red and it has a star on it. That was the place we had, well, for dinner we went to that burger place. It's called Red Star Burgers, I think. And I had the Mofo burger and it was really good, I think. I think it was good. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. Probably good. I'd heard that this was a really good place for burgers. I'm pretty sure I liked it. So sticking that packaging down on the back of it, just, it's a nice reminder. And I think that the packaging's kind of fun. I'm just using the lid of my glue stick here to help me smooth it out because with such a large piece, I had it all kind of bumpy and there was lots of glue lumps in there. So I was just using my glue stick lid to kind of smooth it a little bit. And that worked pretty well. This piece of paper that says Edgewater is from like a resort right down near the lake in Wanaka. Really lovely resort. And it was funny because my mum and dad had gone out in the morning for a walk and they texted us and said, oh, we're going into the Edgewater for breakfast. So, you can actually see here what I'm doing is I've skipped back to the last page because I found this photo and I remembered that it was from the Queenstown day, not the Wanaka day. So I was like, oh, I need to put this into the page from the day before somewhere. I need to find a spot for it. So that's what I'm doing. Back to our Wanaka day here. That Edgewater Resort, like I was saying, my mum and dad had gone for a walk. They texted us and said, we're getting breakfast at this place called the Edgewater Resort. Here's the address if you want to come meet us and have breakfast with us. So James and I drove around there. And when we got there, we were like, oh, we've been here before. The last time we came to Wanaka and the only other time we've come to Wanaka was we went down there for a friend's wedding, probably like 6 years ago. And so that was the resort that they'd had their wedding at. And so it was kind of fun. We got to go back in there and go to the little restaurant part where we had been for their wedding. Yeah, it was interesting. So James took some photos and sent it to his friend, and said like, look where we are, we're at your wedding venue. It was kind of fun. So yeah, that was interesting going back there. We had delicious like breakfast sandwiches, and my dad got chatting to a beautiful old ladies knitting group that was having a brunch and knitting together there. My dad is a farmer, and he has like beautiful wool, and so he's looking to maybe set up some sort of thing where he can have knitters come and like spin and knit with his wool, and he gets part of the product or something in exchange for them knitting the wool for him. So he was having a good yarn to this beautiful group of old lady knitters, which was just so sweet. So that was cute. I'm going to definitely be documenting that somewhere on the page. Very cute. So you saw me there rifling through my bin of stickers. I wanted to find this little artichoke. We have this board game called, what is it called? Something artichoke. Abandon All Artichokes, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. Abandon All Artichokes. And it's a fun game. And we hadn't played it before, but James got it for his birthday in April. And we took some of our new games away with us on holiday because we thought perfect opportunity. We're hanging out with mum and dad. There's 4 of us. We can play some of these games that need more than 2 people. And one of them was this Abandon All Artichokes game. Yeah, and actually, what I really loved about this game, well, one of the things I loved about this game was that it came with a sticker. How cool is that? How many board games come with a sticker? I loved that. So James, of course, was so sweet and let me have the sticker because he has really no need for a sticker of an artichoke that says okie dokie. So he let me have the sticker, and so this was finally the day we got to try out that game, so I wanted to include it on the page as sort of documentation of that. And so I knew it was in that drawer of stickers, so I was kind of shuffling through there to find it. I knew it'd be in there somewhere, and I found a bunch of other stickers that you can see right down in the right hand kind of corner, bottom corner, that I thought that I might want to use in my journaling about this holiday as well. So pulled out a few things. You can see here I'm just kind of tucking those little stickers into the days that I think I needed them. Just going through, figuring out what day was what, and just tucking in the stickers so that I know what I'm going to do. And here is my process of trying to audition out all of the washi tapes in my little washi capsule for this month, figuring out which one I wanted to use on this page. I think I ended up using the one with the green one with the big white stars on it. I think I ended up loving that one the most. So it kind of works with the artichoke. There's green on that postcard, and then the stars kind of work with the red star burger on the back of it. So that's the one I went with. And I'm just using that tape to tip in my little postcard here with this image of a tree on it. That's our cute little star washi. I love it. I'm grabbing out some alpha stickers here, and then another sheet here with matching numbers and symbols and things. And I'm writing hashtag that Wanaka tree. If you guys search that hashtag on Instagram, you'll see that this tree is like a pretty famous tree. It's growing in the lake. You can kind of see my photo of it here, and people come from around everywhere to find this tree and to photograph it. It's quite famous. So if you look up the hashtag that Wanaka tree, you'll see the hashtag written on my page here in a minute. It's a really famous tree. It was really, really weird. We went down there to take a photo of the tree because why not? Why not be those tourists? And we had this really lovely Chinese couple come up to us, and I don't think they really spoke English because the woman just grabbed me and pulled me with her, and I was like, what is happening? And she just gave James her phone. And we figured out she wanted a photo of her with me. And I wasn't sure why. And I also wasn't sure why she needed James to take the photo and not her husband, who she was with. I don't know. It was strange, but very sweet. And so I had a photo with this woman. I couldn't understand why she needed the photo or wanted the photo. She couldn't explain it because I don't think she spoke English. It was really, really strange and lovely. And then we were like, do you guys want a photo together? We can take a photo of you two together, like your actual couple together. So they did that too, but it was really weird because there was no like, I don't know, I just all of a sudden was grabbed and being pulled and I didn't know what was happening at all. It was very strange, but lovely. I'm sure she wanted a photo of me for some nice reason. I don't know. It was weird, but we spent a nice time sitting by the lake together, James and I, and I drank some, I had a coffee and we sat by the lake and we took photos and just chatted, and it was really, really lovely. Really nice. Added in that little peanut sticker. It's a cute little peanut butter like smelly scented sticker. So cute. I was eating salty, roasty peanuts like so much on this holiday. They were delicious. And then just doing my kind of doodly borders. I also pulled out this burger because obviously, like I said, we had burgers for dinner, and I thought this is a cute illustration of a burger, so I am including that up the top there. It's kind of cut weird, so that it has to sit on a kind of slightly strange angle, but it's fine. I like it, so it works. So I'm sticking it on. Pulled out this set of stickers that I have. I haven't used this sticker set a whole lot. I think I was gifted it. I don't think I bought them, but they're cute. They're travel stickers. And they do seem a lot more, maybe more like international travel, but I really don't international travel. So I'm using them, the ones that I can, I'm using them here on this, on a holiday. We were traveling a little. It wasn't far. It was only about, I think it took us 7 hours to get there, so it wasn't like super, super far, but it was still enough. So definitely want to use them. So stuck some of those on the page, that camera and that cute little explore more sticker. And then it looks like I'm wanting another one somewhere perhaps. I can't remember what one I pull out. Oh, just a cute little heart. How adorbs. Because I heart peanuts. I love them. They're good. I think we must be coming up pretty close to the end of the video now, friends. I'm just here pulling out a little sticker of a grocery bag that says shop, because James and I went to a supermarket this day and grabbed like a bunch of snack foods and things like that to put in our little apartment house place we were staying. I'm finding a date number that I want to use for this spread. I thought I was going to use this 24, and then in the end I do not. I don't want to use this one. So I pull out one from my June Patreon printables. These were the ones I created while I was actually on this holiday. I was doing a lot of the illustrating for this month's printables. So this was one of them, one of the date numbers. I think there's maybe 3 sets of date numbers for this month, like for June. So go and check out Patreon if you're interested in some fun printables. I end up putting it over with the little shopping bag there. I just sort of lift that sticker up again and tuck it in underneath. So that is where my little date is going. And that's about it. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this little process video of, journaling with me in my journal. I hope you guys are doing really well, and I'll see you again in my next video, friends. Bye. Have a great day. Bye.